Hello, my name is Rachel and I am a drama teacher as well as joint head of department. The first thing I want to say is congratulations. You are either in the initial training stages of becoming a teacher or you are an NQT of drama, and you have begun all of this under exceptional circumstances that we find ourselves in. So I wanted to say welcome to drama teaching, and also to let you know of the amazing, incredible, rewarding journey you're about to embark upon as a drama teacher. Now, I've been really lucky in my career in that I've been able to study well-being alongside being a drama teacher. So I am a coach at school as well as a mental health first aider. And I do believe that drama sort of goes hand in hand with these ideas. Now, I'm by no means an expert, but I certainly want to encourage a culture where we discuss mental health. Particularly because if you enter mental health as well as teaching into a search engine, you are somewhat bombarded by facts and figures that are really disheartening, particularly the one you find below me, which says new teachers entering the profession will quit within 5 years due to mental health issues. The reason I'm saying this is because I want to say this absolutely doesn't have to be your narrative, and that there are so many incredible things that you can do to support yourself. As well as this, there are so many amazing things about being a teacher, and yes, I'm biased, we all are. There are so many amazing things about being a drama teacher. We know that drama can change lives, and at its best, it can change the world a little bit. So we need to get rid of the stigma of mental health and think about mental health as part of our overall health. And there's a number of points I've put at the side here that should allow you to consider your mental health. As well as that, you are a new teacher, new to the profession. So you will be thinking about the future, and you will be considering some of the feedback you receive, and it's important not to be too hard on yourself. We absolutely want to nurture and look after you as a new teacher. So please consider these things as we go along. Now, I've got 5 things I'm going to share with you today, and I hope at some point they might resonate or are helpful for you. So number 1 is about self-awareness. So mental health is on a spectrum from healthy to unwell, and what I want to say is you can be at one end of the spectrum and end up at the other very, very quickly, but also if you are unwell you can get back to healthy. It's absolutely possible. It's important to look at the signs and symptoms of mental health. It might be that you struggle sleeping. It might be that you've suddenly developed headaches, that you're tearful. Any of those things might be contributing to you just not quite feeling healthy. The other thing is you might be showing presenteeism. That's when you turn up to work and you're sort of going through the motions, but you're not really present. Also, we know as teachers of drama how much energy it takes to perform. Well, as a teacher, you are performing. And Irvin Goffman talks about the presentation of self in everyday life, whereby we are playing a role. So we're the role of the teacher, the role of the colleague. But when you stop performing and you go home, check in with yourself. Do you have any energy left? How do you feel? What can you change to make yourself feel better? And it's really important that if you notice anything, that secondly, you talk and you find someone you trust you can talk to. Now, that might be a colleague, that might be your mentor, it might be a family member or a friend, but please do talk. And teachers have a reputation of being quite stoic and persevering and getting through stuff, but you must talk right at the very start whenever you feel anything, because it's so important we share. And please don't be scared to talk. We want to nurture you and look after new teachers, so please do share your experiences. I saw an analogy the other day in an article that spoke about the safety briefing on a flight, spoke about putting on your mask first before seeing to the people next to you. And that's what we need to do for our students. In order to be there for them emotionally, to listen to them, to support them, we need to be at one with ourselves. So consider that when you're thinking about how you might explore your emotions. Third of all, I think there's an absolute intrinsic link between empathy and studying drama and being a drama teacher. And maybe because we have a heightened sense of emotions and how to read facial expressions, but it's something I think we need to be careful of. So in mental health, we look at something called the container, and that's full of all your stresses, worries, concerns, and it builds up. And over time, we don't want that to overflow, because that might look like what overwhelming might be. So if we are taking on board students' concerns and worries, our container is going to get fuller quicker. So we need to be really, really careful and compartmentalise. Another way we can help alleviate the pressure in our container is through coping mechanisms. So for instance, if you feel you are suffering somewhat, you might want to talk to somebody, and that might help alleviate the pressure. We also need to, of course, make sure we're passing on any safeguarding issues. But as I say, making sure that we are focusing on ourselves as well as our students. I like to think of it as a Rubik's Cube. So as teachers, we generally like to problem solve. But if you're trying to solve everybody else's problems, you can become really confused and you're not focused. As on top of that, you want to be a drama teacher. So you want to be in the lesson, you want to be present. Your mind can't be solving that Rubik's Cube. Number 4 is about being who you are. You are a new, incredible teacher and you are worth so much. And we love the fact that you are championing drama. You're a blank canvas. Don't feel like you need to be like all the other teachers in your department. You create the teacher you want to be in the environment you want for your students. Students love it when you're anecdotal. So if you can talk about a play or a musical you've seen or a play you've read, then you can add that into your pedagogy and how you are as a teacher. You are amazing and really you've through so much knowledge as you've just come out of training. The 5th thing to say is to never stop learning. We never want our job to be boring and the same routine over and over again. So schemes of work, see what else you can find, see new ways of learning and teaching. Keep updating your pedagogy. It will make sure your subject is still engaging to not just you but your students as well. It's so important. But most of all, it's important to make sure that you are okay. Keep thinking about where you are on that scale. Look after yourself. Don't be afraid to speak to people. We are so, so, so grateful for you joining our profession. I wish you all the very best in your career.